What's going on, everybody? Welcome on in, guys, to the Tennessee Titans 2026 schedule preview and predictions. Riggs Tamburo, Luka Marzula. We got some interesting things for you guys here today. Obviously, everyone's been seeing the Netflix show Quarterback. They got Cam Ward on there as one of the quarterbacks, so they tried to follow him, get some hype behind this Tennessee Titans team, the number one pick over there in Cam Ward. But look, man, I've been kind of hard on this guy. I've been looking at Cam Ward, coming out of Miami. I wasn't a big fan. I thought he kind of was being hyped up over that one big play at Miami, if you know what I mean, the one where he rolls out and he sheds a little thing and he throws the back of the end zone touchdown. And everyone kind of like, that was the clip that cycled. And I was like, that's great until that's TJ Watt or Max Crosby or any legitimate defender chasing you and you're sacked 10 yards behind the line. So like, let's calm down a little bit. But anyway, Luka, last year, man, 3-14 for the Tennessee Titans, 1-8 at home, 2-6 on the road. Cam Ward, 59% completion percentage, 3,100 yards. I'll give the guy that, but 15 touchdowns, 7 picks, and a quarterback rating of 80.2. Last year, maybe an excuse. This year, how do you feel about the Titans going into the season without giving too much away? Are you a Cam Ward believer at this point?
It's the hard thing just because it's the second season. I mean, Last year, the decent kind of flashes he showed, they were pretty decent, but you gotta blame it. It's kind of frustrating knowing the team isn't really doing you any favors. The amount of pressure they had on Cam Ward, it was unbelievable. I mean, offense, defense, they weren't really doing him any favors. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint where he's at now, mainly because he's not on, a team that can really, back him up that much. But As of right now, I think I'm going to stand in the middle of it, not really believing crazy much from him. He still has I think this season's kind of really important to see if he can kind of pick up where he left off last season and improve from there, especially now that they got rid of a lot of some veterans in the offseason, aside from Jeffrey Simmons, who's obviously going to be leading this defense. I feel like the defense and offense are going to have to prove that they can back up, their first overall pick. And Cam Ward, honestly, I'm going to go with he still has a chance to prove to the fans that the reason why he was a first overall pick. And with a team focusing on their younglings now, I feel like this is exactly the season to prove that.
I feel you. And look, I'm trying not to get excited about this kid because obviously I learned things about him in the quarterback show that I didn't know about him before. And they try to make you like him, and see his routine. And he is a very calm guy and he plays video games at home by himself and nice person, helps out in the community. But at the same time, that doesn't have to do with winning football games. And on the field, I'm just not convinced right now from Cam Ward. So, hey, we'll see what happens. I'm not a huge believer. They got some decent weapons in the on the offense overall, decent run game, pretty solid wide receiver room overall. Tight end room's okay, defense is okay, but 3-14 to me is inexcusable last year, even with such a young team. So we'll see what happens here. But anyway, my man, jumping on into week 1, guys, let us know how you're feeling. Do you agree with our takes here? Do you disagree with our takes here? We'd love to hear from you guys. So let's hop in. The Jets at the Titans. Well, if you guys haven't seen the Jets show yet, I infamously took them to go 0-17 this year. So I have a Titans win here in week 1. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be scary. It's going to come down to it. But I think Cam Ward does right the ship here, opens the year 1-0. How you feeling?
Well, obviously, no one, again, like I said in the Jets show, no one dislikes the Jets more than me, as someone who was raised to hate the Jets. But This is just such an interesting first matchup because you're coming in on the Titans head coach, mainly because he's looking for his little revenge game against his former team that fired him. So I feel like he's going to have the team really fired up that day. But Cam Ward gets his chance to prove that he's stepping in right where he left off last season. Well, obviously not where he left off last season. He got injured, but I feel like if we're gonna go between Cam Ward and Geno Smith, it really pains me to say this, but I think I'm kind of leaning towards Geno Smith in this matter. I feel like the Titans will jump out on him, but this game is just, I feel like they need to, I just feel like it's kind of more of like an experimental game just to show where the defense lies right now from the changes they made. And I feel like the defense is just they're gonna force a lot of mistakes, Jets defense on the Titans defense. So I think I'm gonna hop on. My point still stands. Jets are gonna take this one. Unfortunate for the Titans, they got to start their season off in front of their fans with an L. But it's Geno Smith. I think I'm leaning towards.
You are killing my Jets 0-17 on week 1, but I can't.
Yes. What else is new?
Really disagree with you. I don't blame you. But anyway, all right, 1-0 for me, 0-1 for you. Titans week 2, Eagles at Titans. I don't know about you, my man. I don't think we need to waste any time here. This is
they're getting thrown right into the deep end. Right into the deep end, they're getting thrown. Barkley, Jalen Hurts. I don't think anything needs to be said. Cam maybe can make an impressive player too, but no, obviously no conversation.
Well, yeah, they can lose. They can lose 34-10.
30-7. Yeah, I mean,
that's fair. There you go. All right, 1-1 for me, 0-2 for you. Not looking great so far for Tennessee. Then Tennessee at your boys, the New York Giants. I'm going to let you go first so I can maybe humble you after you talk. So I can't wait to hear this one. Do the Titans find their first win?
I believe they will.
Wow.
I think this is the point where I start trusting Saleh a little more now. I mean, I think this is the opportunity Cam Ward has is his best game. Well, not best game of the season, but like best way to start the season overall. I mean, I get where the confidence is coming from for the Giants fan. I mean, yeah, you landed Harbaugh. I mean, yeah, you got your good coach. You're looking forward to the Giants turning around and stuff. But like, all right, you got a good coach. You're making some moves in the offseason, but I don't remember when a good coach is what wins the Super Bowls. I didn't know the coach is the one that's on the field playing for the team that wins Super Bowls. I just feel like because they got Harbaugh, they're overhyping him a little too much. So I'm actually going for Cam Ward. I'm going to say a 250-yard game from him that day. He finally gets his groove a little bit with the new team surrounding him. They finally get into the groove of defending him, kind of taking the more of the pressure off him a little bit, so he has a little more time. But this is where I think the Titans get their first win. So 1-2.
Yeah, you see that corny ass video of Harbaugh being like, "It's the freaking New York Giants. It's the freaking New York Giants, huh? It's the freaking New York Giants." And they were just like, bruh, stop, bro. And look, I like Harbaugh. Ashley on the Sports Forum team, she obviously has had to deal with Harbaugh for her Baltimore Ravens for years. Since the day I met Ashley, 3 years ago, she has been saying to me, Riggs, until we fire Harbaugh, we're cooked. And it's so funny because 2 years ago, 3 years ago, year and a half ago, people loved Harbaugh. They were like, he's there forever. He's the guy. And she was like, get rid of his ass. And then finally he got fired. And she was like, we can start again. But I will say,
oh my God,
I disagree with you. I am on the New York Giants here in this game. I do think that the Titans lose this one. People are somehow still forgetting that Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, wide receiver room that I think has a lot more potential than they showed last year. They should be too much here for this Tennessee team. Tennessee, once again, 2-6 on the road last year. Now, they were worse at home than they were on the road, but point is, they were atrocious, and I don't believe that they're going to walk into a lot of places and win. And so for that reason, I got to just say Jackson Dart does enough here. I think this is a relatively high-scoring game. I think we're looking at like a 30-24 type of game. I think the Titans can hang here, but I think Jackson Dart gets that one back when he needs it most. So it could come down to a field goal. I'm going to lean Dart, but I won't be surprised.
I said a win. I never specified what kind of win it is. And if you're a team that's going to like want to turn things around or like start laying like the foundation to get better, sometimes an ugly win is kind of in order. And I'm with you right there. High scoring game. I would lean more towards Titans 34, Giants 30. Get a little higher than that, but if you want to be a good team, you gotta stretch out the ugly wins, and I think exactly that's what this first one's going to be for the Titans. little messy,
like
but they get it done.
All right. So you got them at this point 1-2. I got them 1-2. We're moving on through here. Titans at the Ravens. We're not going to waste any time unless you want to interrupt me. That is a win for the Ravens, not for the Titans.
Thrown right into Lamar Jackson? Yeah, hell no. That's a big loss incoming for first big loss for them.
Unfortunately, 1-3, and I think they become 1-4 when the Texans come to Tennessee here in this one. I just don't think they can score much on this Tennessee team. Honestly, CJ Stroud doesn't got to do nothing. The defense is going to score 1 or 2 times, and that's honestly going to be enough here. I think this is a field goal defensive. CJ has a play or two type of game. Texans 24. I don't think the Titans come close here. Give me like a 24-13 at best for Tennessee in this game. So I'm going to go Texans with a win. So I got them at this point 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you with me on that one?
Well, I mean, thing with the Houston, I mean, obviously I think this is where the season starts to get a little fun. I mean, these division games are always like really, really chaotic, but defense and CJ Stroud, I feel like a big part of why, most people are going to pick the Texans for it is just because of that. But Cam Ward, if Cam Ward gains a little confidence for that Giants win, from that ugly win, but still win, if he gains confidence for that, I feel like he can play through this game with a lot of confidence. Defense can actually like show up and show their improvement. I can see this as a close scoring game, but I kind of see this game a little messy, but a big turnover late in the fourth quarter, I think is going to be this way this game ends. Call me bold if you want, but I'm calling Texans 24, Titans 27, last minute play to end the day. Call me bold all you want, but I think Cam Ward plays with confidence this game. I think they can pull out this chaotic game with a win. It's unpredictable. Division game. I'm going with the unpredictable in this moment.
You know what? I like the take, my man. By the way, guys, really quickly, sports4media.com, as you see there, obviously our big article today is our Braves versus Mets Game 2 predictions. That one starts here in about an hour if you're watching live. So go check out that article, get some free bets there. Ashley Priyanka got that article for you. But Luca's article is up there as well on the Tennessee Titans, as well as a billion other NFL and college football articles on sports4media.com, guys. So make sure to go check that out. Every single day we got different articles for you guys. We got betting stuff. We got whatever you possibly need across all sports. We got you guys covered, man. So if you don't subscribe already, if you go to the article section at the bottom of it, you can type in your email. We will email you the brand new dropped articles every day. No charges. We don't sell you shit. Nothing. 8 a.m. Eastern. You're going to get an email every day with the new articles. So do us a favor, hit that subscribe, type in your email, and you're good to go. But that said, Luca with a bold take here in the Eagles game. I can't join you, but I respect your take there in that one. And I wouldn't be shocked if that was the parlay killer of the week. So I think you might be on the right side of that one. But that said, 2 wins for you, 1 win for me. And all of a sudden they are right back to it here. Against the Texans, not the Eagles. But that's going to be a good one. Titans at the Colts. This is where I'm going to come in and give the Titans a big-time win here. I'm not a Colts guy at all. I think they are continuing to be overhyped. And once again, you mentioned division. You mentioned these tight games that come down to it. I think this is one of those. So Titans at the Colts, give me a win here. And I'm going to steal your score from you. I think it's what you said, 27-24. Give me the Titans here in this one.
I was waiting for that, but the Colts, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. I mean, they're gonna go home. Colts. I mean, I'd say they're always good at home, but after last season, I just don't know what the hell to say about them. But what I do know is you got a little man called Jonathan Taylor that is still just. Oh my God, that is a hard freaking man to bring down. Tyler Warren, I'm not really convinced yet on Tyler Warren, but I feel like I can see where a lot of people are coming if they think he's going to become a star. But this, I think, once again, close game and chaotic game. I think this ends in one of the most frustrating losses for the Titans to begin this season. Once again, like I said in the Texans game, it comes down on that like the last minute play, maybe that ending play that the Titans should have had, but then the Colts end up doing it and it just costs them the win. They leave in Indianapolis, and then Cam Ward and the rest of the team are just frustrated, pissed so much that this was a game that they could have stealed in the very end, but then they just blew it in the final seconds. Your score, I feel like, is accurate, but I'm gonna go a little close to it. Colts 26, Titans 23.
Okay, I like it, and I agree with you. I mean, either way, we both have a 3-point game here in this one. It just depends who hits that 3 at the very end of this one. So, gonna be good, gonna be interesting. I'm with you on the Jonathan Taylor thing. There's a couple teams that can stop him, like the Pittsburgh Steelers held him to 50 yards last year. So, what's up? But that said, I do tend to, in these shows, if there's a big time back on any team against a team that I think sucks, I take the team with the good back. That said, Tennessee have moments, and we talked about in the beginning, they have wideouts. They can go big in this game. The problem with the Colts is I think they're going to be very limited through the air. And people aren't really talking about this whole Michael Pittman to Pittsburgh thing. Dude, you took away a massive part of that offense, and you're still overhyping the quarterback over there. And I'm just not convinced that this team is whatever. Jonathan Taylor, sure. Is he going to win some games with 2 touchdowns, 200 freaking yards? Yeah, he
Absolutely.
is. But I just don't think this is one of them. So anyway, Colts win by 3 for you. Tennessee wins by 3 for me. We are both at 2 wins on the year here so far for the Tennessee Titans. Then we move through to the Browns at Titans. Now, we could call this the trash bowl of the week, but it is a 1:00 start Eastern, so nothing too crazy, no prime time, just a regular old game there in Tennessee where they won only 1 game last year, guys. So things are ugly. I really want to take the Browns. I'm a Shedeur Sanders guy, but everything else about them is trash, bro. And I just feel like they might be on the Gabriel train. They might be on the Deshaun train. I don't know what to do here. Genuinely, I want to take the Browns, but they're just too big of a question mark here. So I am going to take Tennessee at home. I think Cam Ward's going to start rallying this home crowd, and they're going to start having a home field advantage again. So a lot of these coin tosses at home, the Jets, the Browns, I'm leaning Tennessee.
I feel like not only a good old game of football, but I'm going to go with a good old school game of football. Well, I'm questioning a lot on Cleveland on pretty much anything except defense. I feel like Myles Garrett is just going to be a complete nightmare for the Titans. But you got a team that, pretty much everything is a question mark.
Well, Myles Garrett, real quick, reminder, Myles Garrett's a Ram.
Oh, shit. Oh,
that's what I mean. They suck. Like the Browns.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, I seriously, I can't even keep up with Cleveland because it's just a team that it's just a big question mark to me. It's like a team that I don't even bother like trying to understand anymore. Either way, like defense, you have a team that's like questionable in every department except for defense. You got the Titans who, even with who lack the defense, but the offense I think can still pull it out against the Cleveland team that again questionable everything on defense. But I'm seeing an old school close ass game, not just close, but like no scoring at all. Like I'm thinking a low scoring game, and I'm calling it late long drive by the Titans to seal the deal. They make a late long drive, and they run the clock a little bit, and that's what seals the win to protect them from Cleveland. So I'm with you on that one. I think the Titans are going to pull this one out.
I'm with you, and I think this is one of those that you got to just check yourself and say, man, maybe they're just not. Maybe Cam's not the guy. Maybe the coaching staff is not right. You can't lose this one to me. You look at the schedule. You got a lot of tough wins there early with a couple of easy ones. Yeah, let's say you beat the Jets. God forbid you lose to the Jets in week 1 there. Like, you can't lose this game. Like, you just, between being at home, being a bad team, there's just no excuse to lose this game here. So I think this is a must-win game. So to answer that question right there, yes, must-win game against Cleveland at home, but we think they find a way to get it done. 3 wins on the year. We don't have the same wins, but we do have 3 wins, both of us. So then Tennessee at the Bengals, November 1st here. Look, this is going to be a high-scoring shootout. You can say whatever you want.
Oh, I can tell you.
We all know the Bengals suck defensively. Now, here's the problem. It's in Cincinnati, and there's one quarterback that is just better at clutching up games, and his name's Joe Burrow. So I think Cam Ward fights. I think he has moments. I think he has big plays, and I think they might have the lead at some point in this game, but it's not enough. I think Joe Burrow finds a way to get it done. Give me a high-scoring, ugly, what the hell just happened, 34-27 minimum in this game. The problem is if this is a race to 30, Joe Burrow wins. If it's a race to 40, Joe Burrow wins. So give me the Bengals.
It's another team I always just hate to think about understanding. I mean, is this like the season where it's their time? Is this the same freaking time? Is this their time? The thing that we hear every year from the Bengals, that it's
my team's in the AFC North. I hear it all the time. Oh,
it's their moment, blah, blah, blah. This is the year. For the last few seasons, like, okay, yeah, I mean, so good. Of course I hype up Joe Burrow. I see him.
We all like Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow, and he's the Cincy guy. I like Joe Burrow, but here's the problem: they aren't good. And you know what's the craziest shit of all? How is the only coach left in the AFC North the one guy that should have gotten fired 100% in Zach Taylor? Look, Harbaugh makes sense. Harbaugh makes sense. Tomlin kind of mutual, whatever. But the point is, how the hell is Zach Taylor still the guy? I don't understand. They're going to keep him there for the entire prime of Joe Burrow. I just don't get it. I get the fact that they went out, they got T. Higgins, they got Jamar Chase, they stacked the offense for Joe Burrow. He's getting slammed in the media right now. That's what you get for going and getting 2 superstar wide receivers, not spending money on defense. I agree. I'm with you. Okay. And it's the same reason I give Joe Burrow. I don't know if you don't know this about me because you're a little bit newer to the team, but I'm kind of known as like the guy who talks shit and doesn't give Joe Burrow and the team the credit they deserve. I like Joe a lot. What I don't like is that people always bring up, I don't care that this is their record because have you seen Joe Burrow's stats? And I'm like, who gives a fuck about his stats? They're losing in every game. Their defense is terrible. They have to throw late all the time. They score a lot of late touchdowns. It's very stat padding to me. And I'm not there yet on this Cincinnati team. That said, if it comes down, it's 2 defenses that both aren't very good, and it's 2 quarterbacks that have weapons on offense. The problem is the Bengals are at home. They have more weapons, and they have a more experienced quarterback at finding a way to get it done, and they have the better kicker. It's just it leans. This is one of those games that if you're ever going to take Cincinnati, to me it feels right in this one.
Oh, definitely. I mean, yeah, congratulations. You're hyping up you're basically hyping up a quarterback because he's wasting his career in this on this shit team. But keeping on track, Cam Ward, I feel like Cam Ward can have some good plays this game, which will probably most likely end up on some highlight reels, even though it's the Cincinnati defense, but it's nothing too special. That's gonna be the top comment 100%. But like you said before, experience, that's definitely gonna be a key in this game. I feel like maybe competitive, maybe like you said, maybe the Titans will have the lead for a good chunk. But I feel like Cincinnati can easily come out on top and win by at least 10 points ahead of the Titans. So I'm with you right there. They lose this game.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I know this. I know Cincinnati, man. They'll fuck around the whole time. They'll play with fire. We'll be like, what is going on? And then they'll score. Yeah, they'll outscore them 17-3 in the fourth quarter and they'll beat them. So it's like, whatever. But anyway, all right, guys, we got a win for the Cincinnati Bengals here. Let us know how you guys are feeling, man. By the way, we'd love to hear from you guys. Question, thoughts, comments, whatever, man. Let us know how you're feeling about this so far. But I think that's, once again, 3 wins for us so far. Heading into November 15th at 1 p.m. Eastern. They have no primetime games, which is funny. But Jags at the Titans here in this one. A lot of people just not really trusting this Jags team that I've seen in the media, which is just kind of shocking to me because Trevor Lawrence is still one of the most disrespected, underrated quarterbacks in the NFL. That team was very, very young last year. I know that they are concerned about the run game just a little bit. And this is a team that the Titans have consistently year after year been a parlay killer for, and they have stolen one every year from this freaking Jags team. But I don't think they do. Give me Trevor Lawrence to walk up in here and get it done. The defense is too good. The offense is too good. The coaching scheme, I freaking love what they're doing under Liam Cohen. I just think that the Jags are building something here bigger and faster than what Tennessee is doing. So give me Jacksonville on the road.
Well, it's like you said, like I would say maybe I'm not like fully convinced of this Jacksonville team just yet, but undeniably Trevor Lawrence easily playing like the best football of his career so far, and he literally proved it last season. I have mad respect for a quarterback that beat my team fair and square in the regular season last year. Like I have nothing but respect for him, and I like where he's going with this team. But on the other note, I'm seeing this Titans team to be a team that grows, and part of that growing is that they managed to pull off a few upsets, and that's exactly what I'm going to predict for this game to be another upset. I feel like Robert Saleh is going to throw a few wrinkles into the defense with here, and I'm seeing this game. Something I'm seeing with this game is just I feel like both inside and outside of the pocket. That's what the Titans are going to be playing, and I feel like the defense is finally going to get going to show its signs of like its shining light in what's been pretty dark present for them. But I feel like the Titans can easily I don't know why I said easily can potentially steal this divisional win. Of course, it's always me saying, because divisional games are always chaotic. That's exactly what I'm saying with this game. Again, I'm thinking this is going to be a chaotic game, but I'm making this even closer than the Houston game. I'm going Titans 28, Jaguars 27. As close as it gets. They steal this game.
I mean, to be fair, if they win this game, I do think it looks like that. I do think it's one of those back and forth lead exchanges. Someone miss a PAT, someone goes for two, someone doesn't type of thing. 4 field goals for one team, no field goals for another team, type of just weird points start adding up in a weird way kind of game. So I like it. I disagree, but I like it. 28-27 for you. Titans win. I got the Jags winning this one. I think it's going to be close, but I think it's anywhere from 3-7.
If they want to get a little ahead of a schedule.
And the Jags could kill them. The Jags could easily win this by 2 touchdowns.
It's so likely, yeah. I mean, they do play them twice this season. So let's not count that up. Let's not count that possibility out just yet.
For sure. All right. 4 wins for you for Tennessee so far, 3 for me. Titans at the Cowboys is coming up here next on November 22nd. And I'll tell you what, man, this Cowboys team, as everybody knows, I'm not a big fan, but they could be dangerous in certain areas for this team here in the Tennessee Titans. It's hard to trust Tennessee on the road right now. Cowboys, tough place to go play. It's November. Cowboys probably playing for it at this point. The Cowboys basically give up in December. That's like when they just start bunching Dak and they don't give a shit anymore. But in November, before Thanksgiving, they are still fighting very, very hard. Tennessee, in my opinion, is coming off a tough loss to the Jags. You got them coming off a win. Deep down, I want to say that this is the Titans win because I'm just not a Cowboys guy. But I just think the Cowboys got too much here. They could win this game on the leg of Brandon Aubrey with 6 field goals. Like literally, there's just too many ways. Look, there's too many ways to win here for Dallas. They have a sketchy defense, in my opinion, but so does Tennessee. Offensively, there's a little bit more here on Dallas than there is on Tennessee. They're at home. It's the same way I kind of feel about the Joe Burrow game. In my opinion, it's just a tough place to go. They're more experienced than you. They're good at what you're good at. They're bad at what you're bad at. But what they're good at, they're a little better than you are. So I just got to lean sickly. Shout out my guy, Thunder Villarreal. I sickly got to go Dallas here in this game, and I hate it. I'm not even going to say give me Dak. Just give me Dallas. All right? And we're good.
I mean, you got room on that train for one more person. I mean,
yeah, come on up.
We're talking firepower wise, like, yeah, easily Dallas has that advantage. Not to mention, being at Dallas, that's just, I feel like that's almost sometimes that's almost death sentence. But like you said earlier in one of these weeks, I think the Titans can pull out probably the first 2 quarters in the lead. I think this is another game where Dallas is going to pull through like late, probably even 3 quarters in. Dallas is looking like it's looking like they're kind of just going to give up, but no, they're gonna pull away with it in the end. As much as it pains me, though I don't really have a reason why it pains me, but anyway. Again, it comes to experience wise. I feel like Dallas is the more experienced team. Cam Ward, I think, still has a little, still has the good plays, still has probably a highlight play or two, but
Yeah.
he lacks the kind of firepower Dallas has. And again, I'm with you right there. I'm gonna go with them to pull ahead, and the Titans will get their 6th loss of the season.
Dude, you got them at 4 wins. I still got them at 3. Like, I wasn't fully expecting this, but hey, 3 wins last year is what they had. So
they're doing better. I mean, after 2 straight seasons of only winning 3 games, at least I think they'll gladly take 4.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, 4 wins for you, 3 for me. Titans at the Jaguars in the rematch here, November 29th. I want to say that is the Sunday after Thanksgiving. I don't think that's a Thanksgiving game, but keep an eye on it. 4:05 p.m. Eastern. Titans at Jags. Give me the Jags in a sweep here. I already explained why the Jags would walk in there and beat them. Now it's in Duval. I just think that this is a Jags team playing for a lot more than a Tennessee team. So it's going to be tight, but Liam Cohen gets it done here. Give me the Jags.
I don't think anything else really needs to be said at this point, especially with my prediction. Jacksonville will probably come in hungry. Jacksonville will host them real hungry. Jacksonville will be looking for revenge after they most likely got that potential win stolen from them a few weeks back. But I'm sure Cam Ward will try to keep battling, but not. Trevor Lawrence will have one of his best games of the season. Well, that's probably not saying much against the fucking Titans, but I don't think anything else needs to be said. Yeah, they lose that game, they split the series.
All right, Commanders at Titans. This is going to be another tight one here, but you know what? There's a man named Jayden Daniels, and I just think that there is some type. What?
I like that matchup. I like this little like future of the NFL, like little
I do too. These guys are both on that quarterback show following them. Look, this is going to be a good game. This Commanders defense, when we did the Commanders show, there's a world that at this point, Dan Quinn's fired. They're not doing well. Their run game's been exposed. There's a lot of concerns I have with this Commanders team, but we have to do this as if both teams show up healthy, good, playing football, competing for whatever, right?
Oh, yeah.
The better team, in my opinion, is the Commanders. It's more weirdly pieced together, I think, where I have my concern. The run game's terrifying, but they also have a quarterback that could dice you up all day anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much. So I like Jayden here. I just think this is, like you said, this is like a youngin' versus a youngin'. I just think Jayden's the better youngin'. So I hate that they're on the road. It's a definitely winnable, painfully sketchy. Give me the Commanders.
I think I kind of agree with you in the aspect where, obviously Jayden Daniels is going as of right now is the better quarterback in this scenario. But I would say that this game is it's the game where I think the media starts talking a little more about Cam Ward starting to become a little rising quarterback in the NFL. Again, like I said, only a second season, way too early to start believing in anything related to franchise quarterback. But I feel like what Jayden Daniels does in that game, I feel like Cam Ward has the potential to retaliate just after a ridiculous play made by Daniels. I feel like he'll bounce right back, and I feel like the Titans may get the better of Washington in this game. So I think I'm gonna have to lean toward the Titans on this one. Better quarterback, Jayden Daniels, obviously, but team-wise, I think the Titans may be able to pull this out.
5th win for you here for Tennessee, only 3 for me. So moving on through. They got a tough one here on the road December 13th. At least you get to play indoors, I guess, at the Detroit Lions. Man, tough place to go. Lions, obviously, for a lot of people, kind of fell off last year a little bit, but I don't think you should be too concerned about this Lions team, man. I think they are going to be legit again. I think that I know they lost Montgomery. It's painful, but Jahmyr Gibbs, he's going to be the number 1 dude on 89% of every single fantasy football team. Jahmyr Gibbs is that guy. He's the guy you want to grab. It's a tough loss here with Montgomery, but the wide receiver room's still great. The tight end room's great. Goff's great. Campbell's a great coach. Defense, in my opinion, they did a pretty decent job of kind of repiecing that thing and filling those gaps in the offseason. It's a great story if you can walk in here and beat Jared Goff and the Lions, but you ain't beating Jared Goff at home. Outdoors, December in Tennessee, I might change my mind. But this is a bad game here for the Titans. I think the Lions not just beat them, I think they beat the living piss out of them. So give me the Lions. I'll be nice. 34-17, but I really think this is 2+ touchdowns, and it's really not close at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, after their win last week, I feel like this game just screams like someone just going up to the Titans and just saying, all right, welcome, like snapped right back to reality. Like, welcome back. But like I said, nothing really, I don't think needs to be said. I mean, even playing in Detroit of all places too, that's just like almost a death sentence. And I don't think Cam Ward and his gang can overcome like this Detroit team, which I'm predicting is going to bounce back much to fans' appeals this season after a disappointing season last year. But Dan Campbell's team, I think, just has literally everything an advantage in this game. So this, I think, will scream to the Titans that, all right, there's some positives to look at this season, but it'll show them still how far they are to, competing with the elite tier teams. This is not a game they can in any possible way steal. So you said 34-17. I'm gonna do them a little favor. Lions 28, Titans 17.
Okay. Either way, though,
they're screwed.
This doesn't really have upset potential written all over it. It's just, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't think most people see it here. But guys, who knows? Some of you guys out there are probably gonna be like, "Bro, you guys are tripping. This is a terrible matchup for the Lions." Yeah, I don't think so. But hey, we will see. Still, 5 wins for you, for Tennessee, 3 for me. We're getting into the thick of it here. We got the Colts at the Titans. I already took the Titans to beat the Colts. I'm going to give this to the Colts only because I think they are not built fully right now to really be sweeping, division opponents. But I think they can. I think it's more likely that the Titans sweep them than they sweep the Titans this year. I'm going to go 1-1 just because I'm being pretty tough on Tennessee. I'm not giving them a lot of coin tosses. I will give them actually, no, I mean, I got to give them a loss, but sorry guys, I'm thinking on the spot here. You know what? F it. Give me the Titans in a sweep here. I got 4 wins so far on the year. December 20th, outdoors. Colts play in their sweet little air-conditioned arena. I feel like this could favor Tennessee. The run game's a question mark for me right now, so we'll see what happens there. Jonathan Taylor could just murder him on the ground in the cold and call it a day. That's my fear in this one. But just for the sake of my overall record, I got to find wins for them, and I think there's a potential. So I'll go sweep. Damn. Anyway,
I like that. I like that take. I'm viewing more on the Titans to win this out, except from my perspective, for my predictions, this will end in the split. But I feel like this could be real close to a statement win. I mean, I feel like they're going to be really looking for revenge, considering, if my prediction was correct, it's going to be it was a frustrating loss for them in their previous time facing them. But I feel like this point in December, I think it's where Cam Ward starts to really get his groove and starts playing his best football. Maybe not as best as people may assume, but he starts getting into the groove and starts showing a little bit more potential. And I think this is also where the fans start to realize to really appreciate the move to get Brian Daboll from wherever he was last, but picking up Brian Daboll. I feel like this is the moment. This is the game that they really start to appreciate him more and start to trust him a little more. That he can do the same thing with Cam Ward that he did with Josh Allen. He unlocked. Argument could be made. He unlocked Josh Allen. Now, can the same thing be said? Can he unlock Cam Ward? That's the question I think a lot of people are going to be asking themselves for the next few seasons. But
well, first of all, I think you can look. Dable's a good coach, man. He got a lot of fire there in New York. They were hard on him, and I get why they were hard on him, but they didn't give him a whole lot to work with. And I thought what he was given, he did a pretty good job. I think he's a fantastic offensive mind as well. I just think Dable is 100%. I'm not going to call him a quarterback whisperer, but I think he is. I think he is what they say he is. I think he's legit. And I think Brian Dable deserves a little bit of respect there. But all right, my man, moving on through. Only a couple left here. We got the Titans at the Raiders. Weird game here. December 27th, 4:05 p.m. Obviously indoors there at the Allegiant Stadium, the beautiful one there on the Las Vegas Strip. I don't think either team's playing for much here, man, but you got Cam Ward taking on Fernando Mendoza. I guess it could be Kirk Cousins, but I'm going to go Fernando Mendoza at this point in the year here. So what are you doing?
I think part of me just says like sneaky upset material, but like, okay, what's the really upset about? These are two young, what can be upset about this game? These are two like young teams that are kind of doing the same thing, building around, a quarterback that's got people, excited. But what excites me about Las Vegas is just one of the more exciting running backs that they got. With what was the name? Jainty, I believe. For the Raiders. Ashton Jainty, was it?
Yeah, Ashton Jeanty.
Yeah,
the Boise State boy.
Just one of the more like one of those running backs. I feel like I'm gonna have a really fun time watching. But again, Cam Ward, solid play. But I feel like I'm gonna go forward with Las Vegas on this one. No upset of any kind, since both teams aren't really, most likely not gonna really do anything this season. But I feel like this screams just like the first Colts matchup. It's gonna be a frustrating loss for the Titans again. It's going to be these games that they feel like they have in the palm of their hands, that they just let the other team like run away with the win that was very much like possible for them. I think this screams another one of those that's just going to leave them frustrating heading out of Vegas. So I'm taking the Raiders on this one. So 6-9.
Okay. This is a really hard one for me. I kind of agree with you. I kind of just want to just take the Raiders and just like whatever. Like Raiders are trying to build something. I am leaning their way here, but it's a very winnable game. And when we look at the Titans' schedule, like the games we want to see them win are the Browns and the Jets and one of the Colts games and one of the Jags games and this game. Like you got to at least take the ones that people giving you a shot in. If you lose to Philly, no one gives a shit. If you lose in Detroit, no one gives a shit. Like whatever. You're not there yet with your team, but you got to beat some of these other teams here. And this is one I think you need to win, but you don't win. I'm right there with you. Give me Las Vegas here in this one. Jeanty, a little bit too much here. Mendoza also, let's not forget that boy moves on the feet. He's going to do a lot here and over the top. I'm a little concerned about the Raiders receiver room. But I think as the year goes on, they improve it. And I could see a world trade deadline. I do think they make a move there. I was very surprised by the Jacoby Myers send to Jacksonville last year. That kind of surprised me. He's a fantastic wide receiver. They sold him high, so I get why they did that. They kind of sold him when Jacoby Myers kind of peaked, so fair. But I'm also kind of like, well, damn, like you got rid of the one deep ball threat that was killing people last year, So it's like, what are we going to get out of them? But Vegas is the win here. 6 for you so far, 4 for me, and the boys up there in downtown Pittsburgh are going on the road to Tennessee here January 3rd, 1 p.m. Eastern. They're lucky that this game is not in Pittsburgh because it'd be a murder scene, but it is in Tennessee. Steelers probably got this one circled, and the world knows 9-8 or better is the goal there for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh need to win this game. Let's keep that in mind. We got a Pittsburgh team, should be fighting for a playoff spot, shouldn't probably have it fully locked up yet at this point. They need a win. Titans not playing for as much here, but a big signature win if they can take down Aaron Rodgers. Who you got?
Physical. That's what I'm calling. Every single play is just gonna be a hit. I mean, we got a Pittsburgh team that's trying to help Aaron Rodgers play for like a one most likely one final playoff push, which I feel like it's a pretty good story. I'm all for that. But oh man, one of these there's some games where in football where I guess not every point you get needs to be is earned. Like specifically, I feel like this is the exact game for every point they're gonna score, whether it's a touchdown, whether it's a field goal, it's got to be earned, depending on how physical this game is. Cam Ward, he battles once again, but the physicality, I feel like Pittsburgh is still, whether it's in Pittsburgh or not, they're gonna try to annihilate them physically. And give me a Pittsburgh win. Give me a Titans loss. That puts them at 6-10. I just feel like Pittsburgh is gonna be hungry for the postseason. Very hungry.
I'm trying not to be a homer. You said it, not me. I like Pittsburgh in this game, man. There's just too much to play for. Honestly, they could have met them in week 3, and I think I would still take Pittsburgh and not really think about it. But when the back's against the wall, you're going to tell me Cam Ward versus Aaron Rodgers. Give me Aaron Rodgers. You're going to tell me kicker versus kicker. Give me Boswell. Coach versus coach. I mean, arguable, but give me McCarthy. And defense for defense, give me the Steelers. I just don't see what are they better at other than they have home field advantage. Well, home field advantage, when you went 1-8 last year at home, it's not really a lot to hang your hat on here. So they might struggle with the Browns and the Jets at home. They ain't beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that said, an L, 6 wins for you, 4 for me. Going into the last one here, Titans at the Texans, January 10th in the rematch from earlier in the year. I'm not going to overthink this. Texans, another team, in my opinion, just like the Steelers, fighting for positioning, fighting for playoffs. Texans are not going to let this one slip by them, and it's in Houston. And is there a world that they bench CJ and all the starters, and they're already in, and it's locked up? Sure, but we don't play that game on the show. We play as if they need to win, and we're going to go with the Titans. I'm going to go with the Texans here to beat the Titans.
These kind of games are always they're interesting to me just because games like these you never specifically know yet what's like on the line exactly. Like maybe Houston's playing for maybe they're still out of the postseason. They need this game to get in the postseason. Maybe they're locked in. Maybe they're locked in. They're in their spot. They don't really need to play their starters. But like you said, we're seeing these games as their full roster completely healthy. Not resting anybody. Obviously, I think the Texans have more to play for. They're going to be playing probably even just coming out desperate. Tennessee, I would say this is their final chance to show that to show their improvement over the season. One last chance, despite if it's a win or a loss, just play like you can show your fans that this season was a major improvement. I mean, they have 6 wins from where I'm at, so already it's looking like a big major improvement for them. But this is the final game. I feel like that gives them the chance to show their fans that this season is an improvement and the foundation is set and they're getting somewhere. But regardless, I feel like they're gonna surprise their fans and keep up in this game. Texans obviously playing desperate, have more to play for. Will make the postseason with this win. Texans 27, Titans 23. Close game to end the season, giving Titans fans confidence in next season. Something to feel more optimistic about. So kind of a win-win scenario for both fans in this game, in this final outing. So nothing to be ashamed.
I don't hate it. Yeah, look, they're going to compete with the Texans, man. They're just you're catching the Texans at the best Texans team we've seen in a long time. And this Titans team, man, they're just still building. So, hey, we will see what happens. But guys, overall, looking at our bets for the year, over under on the year is over under 6.5. As you guys all know, I have 4 wins here on the board. Can I see 5? Yes. Can I see 3? Yes. Can I see 6? Barely. Can I see 7? Absolutely not. The under is the bet here in this one. A little bit too much faith in Cam Ward. This defense, not there. The special teams, not there. The running back room, it's so at this point, in my opinion, not fully there. I'm not 100% convinced here yet. So give me the under 6.5. And quite frankly, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm about a 9.5 in my confidence here, Luca. I do not think they win 7 games, and I'm really not worried about it.
Me, I would say 7 wins. I feel like I would say possible. I feel like if we're going 8 wins and above, that's the part that really that would make me drop my confidence. I feel like this Titans team can really show that if they're not getting in these losses, if they're not getting blown out, if they're staying competitive, I feel like that's a really good thing to look forward to. They're not just getting blown out.
But here's the thing: if you're staying competitive, it doesn't matter. If you lose every game by 1, you still didn't win 7. Who gives a shit? Like maybe in the picture, they had a lot of close ones. Yeah, but we're talking, are they going to win 7 games? They ain't beating 7 of these teams. Even with the freebies, even with the Jets and the Browns, and dude, they could lose one of those.
The Steelers and the frustrating losses, I think it's possible. Come on, man.
But here's the thing. I'm not saying it's not possible, but if I gave you $1 million right now and said, Luka, do they win more than 6.5 or less than 6.5? Where are you putting your money?
Obviously, the much. If we're talking much safer option, obviously the under. Part of my confidence is leaning up toward probably over. But if we're talking about the safer option, obviously we're gonna take under. I would 100% agree with you on that. But
yeah, I mean, it's just fair. I'm not saying they won't have a big win. They'll pull off one big upset. They'll beat an Eagles team. They'll beat a Bengals team. Okay, cool. But they're also going to lose to a Browns team and do some dumb-ish. And then they're going to play a lot of competitive games with good teams, and they're just not as good as those teams. So could things go their way? Yeah. Could they win a couple? Yeah. Are they going to improve their 1-8 home record to maybe a 3-6 home record? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Like improvement will be there. Are they a good team? No. Are they a playoff team? No. Are they a 7-win team? No. So take the under 6.5. Will they win the division? We don't really got to get into these. No. Playoffs? No.
Nope.
Conference championship? No. No. Cam Ward MVP? No. Just stay away. Yeah, exactly. So, my man, any 15 seconds here. Any last final thoughts here on the Tennessee Titans 2026?
If all goes positively for the Titans, I feel like a lot of fans can say the foundation is there. Something's coming, just not yet. Just still a little far from it. That's all I got to say.
I like you guys. One more time for you. Sportsforummedia.com. Lucas got that article up for you with a billion other NFL, college football, UFC, MLB, etc. articles for you guys, man. So go check those out on the website. Subscribe at the bottom of the articles. Just put in your email. We'll send you the articles every single day to your email. Nothing else comes to you. No ads, nothing. So go ahead and sign up for that. YouTube at the Sports Forum, man. Guys, do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button. It means the world to us. It helps us a ton. It costs you nothing, and you guys will never miss what we got going on. So we got daily shows for you, daily posts for you, memes, shorts, live videos, breaking news, best bets, whatever you need. We got you guys covered, man. So do that at Sports Forum CO on all other social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I don't call it X. I ain't going to call it X. I'm an old head, so don't worry about that. But anyway, you don't call it Xing, you call it tweeting. That's all I got for you. It's still Twitter. But
we'll never call it that.
Said, no, ever.
Never.
But anyway, guys. All right. Tennessee Titans under 6.5. That is the play for us here. Luka a little closer than me. 6 wins for him. Right around 4 to 5 for me. So falling short, but improvement on 3-14 from last year. So we'll see what happens. Give this man a follow at Luka MRZZ on social media. Myself at Rig Sports Talk. At Sports Forum CO, guys, one more time. And we'll see you tomorrow. We got a fun one coming up for you tomorrow as well. We got the Jags, who obviously interesting day today, talking about the Jags. And then on Friday,
have fun with that.
We got the Baltimore Ravens. And by the way, Friday, some of y'all been asking, when's Ashley coming back? Ashley's back on Friday as well for that Ravens show. So you already know, you got me and Seth on that show as Steelers fans. You got the Ravens fan. Shit will be talked. Things will happen. And we hope you guys are there, man. So Thursday at 6, Friday at 6, next Monday at 6. We'll see you at 6 Eastern. Appreciate you guys for tapping in, man. Tennessee Titans 2026. Until next time. Peace.
Drop a few pills and pop a few champagne bottles.